That's okay, I'll come back. It's rolling.
Thank you, Chair, for attending the meeting. Services I appreciate it. You'll be called into me very soon. Hi, hold on. Okay, let's start off with the oath of Pat Harper, who's been newly elected last month as Fire Commissioner, position number 3. Julia, you can all have the appropriate paperwork. No, paperwork.
I have it right here, Julia, so if you want to come up.
Mine coming up.
Okay.
And whatever Pat needs to do, if he needs to stand for you or anything.
I'll have to fill out my book to make it official, but we'll
Okay.
do it.
Do you want him to read this, or do you want to read it to him and agree on what you said?
Okay, well, you're going to solemnly swear or affirm, so if you would like to do that, and then you will sign, and then I will notarize it. So go ahead and read that.
You want to read that out loud, Pat, to everybody?
I, Pat Harper, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and the laws of the state of Washington, and that I will willfully and faithfully and impartially perform and discharge the duties of the office Whatcom County Fire Protection District Commissioner, position number 3. And for the county of Whatcom, state of Washington, according to the laws and the best of my ability.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
So I'll need you to sign. Title of the election's right there, so you just sign there, and then I'll go ahead and notarize.
Thank you so much. Right as you left, she walked in.
That would work if I can have that back in my book. Okay. And then as soon as I finish this paperwork, I'll have to have you here. Pat, I'll have just to say this sometime. I'll have you sign this little gray area right here, like for my book, and then I'll give you back your license as soon as I fill in the rest. Perfect. There we go, right here. I can get your address and everything else off here. And then should I give this to you somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, it'll just take me a couple minutes.
No problem.
Bring it up to you if that's okay?
Absolutely.
If you want to have a copy of this,
I do not need it, no, because I have my book. I just signed it, so we're good. All righty. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to welcome Commissioner Pat Harper to Whatcom County Fire District 5.
it's a dream job.
Really? It's not higher.
Public comment? Anybody?
Well, as the only member of the public who isn't either here in official capacity or related to a member of the board, I'd like to congratulate Pat on his electoral victory and welcome to the board.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I think it's very good. Say hello to your wife. Hello? Hello. Okay. Approval of the minutes of last month. I have one little comment here, and I wonder if Mrs. Lester would agree or disagree with that, or let's go with the flow. Executive session, first paragraph. Would you agree, Mrs. Lester, if we change that or add to it that when we went into the executive session, that we add, that we review the professional performance evaluation of both?
I would agree.
people?
We
agree
did
with
that,
Yes.
and it just didn't get put in.
Yeah, Linda, would that be a problem? if we-
It's not a problem, so we want to add that you reviewed the performance evaluation.
It
Of
was,
yourself and Betty Martell.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. No, Ms. West, since you and I were both at the last meeting.
Yes,
you and
I move that we accept the minutes as corrected.
Okay, are we both in favor?
Yes.
we are. Sorry, Brad, you can't vote on that, because you were there. That this motion is approved. Is Patty there? Billy.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Patty. How are you?
Can you hear us, Patty?
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, yes, you were
Okay.
sketchy for a moment, but now you're coming through fine.
Okay, thanks for being on the phone.
Yes,
We're ready for your report.
ready for the report, okay. The December warrants total $57,363.20. The total for payroll is $20,383.34, which includes chief's salary of $5,000 and assistant chief shield pay of $2,833.34. This is one event for the commissioners and the secretary last month. The total payout for volunteers, which includes the warrants, is $15,245. And your November financial statements are in your meeting book. So we are just looking for a motion today to approve the warrants and payroll for December as presented.
Thanks, Patty.
Yes.
Any, do you have any questions on the report?
I would like to review a couple things.
Me too. Patty, by the way, we have a new commissioner here as well, and that's Mr. Ted Harper.
Yes, welcome. I'm assuming he was all sworn in and ready to go this afternoon?
Yeah, the ink is still wet.
Very nice.
Okay, let me go then first. What is 511, 511 technical?
Clothing.
Clothing, okay. Those three items behind us, behind you, are, would be less those fire and rescue, right?
That is correct, the 18,000.
Okay.
What are those things?
Those are extrication tools.
Extrication tools.
Yep, extrication tools.
Okay, siren net, what's that?
The siren net was the scene lighting.
Ooh,
Scene lighting, apparatus scene lighting, so incident scene portable lights.
okay.
So both the extrication equipment and the portable lights were part of the $60,000 approved spending that I had for a while back. So that's part of the capital.
Now, you wanted to get that in just before the year, right?
Well, capital was capital, so I could have done it after, but yeah, I did it this year.
Right. Okay. I'm not holding it against you.
I noticed the bank card is really high this time,
Yeah.
and that was because there were several items, that were large items that were put on
Correct. The
there.
4,500 from Action Training on the bank card,
Mhm.
that is our platform for online continuing education for our firefighters. So they're assigned courses throughout the year that they have to complete online for additional training and education. So that's part of that platform. And I go into a 3-year agreement with Action Training, the organization.
And the other thing I wondered, Croker, is he filling in more than usual?
Nope, so Brandon was fortunate enough to get his I-10 before his
Okay,
last time.
I missed that.
So he was able to get his I-10, which is the tax identification number through the IRS, so Canadian can get paid out their stipends. So he was lucky enough to get that in, so we paid him all his stipends for the entire year. and that's why he's over 2,000.
That's great, thank you.
Yeah, so he was very fortunate to get a nice check for Christmas. No one else, as far as I know, got theirs, so they have negated all their stipends.
So they lost everything
That's
that's
correct.
up.
We do not carry stipends over. Since I came to the office, we don't carry stipends over.
How many would you say that affects?
I'd probably have to say a dozen or more.
Really?
Do not currently have I-10s.
Is it so complicated that they can't get it?
It usually takes 3 attempts with the IRS and a number of months to get it accomplished.
So they have to be
So
really.
they have to be persistent, and they have to be willing to drive down to Bellingham to go to the IRS office there, get whatever stamps they need, they send it off to Texas, they get rejected, it gets sent back to them, and they have to do the whole process over again. So it normally takes, I'd have to say, 3 to 6 months on average, depending. Some people have been lucky and gotten it on their first attempt, but otherwise it usually takes 2 or 3 attempts.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Chief, another question, an amount of $750 Northwest Fire Rescue Services.
So Northwest Fire Rescue, that was our last burn, so our training burn.
Good.
Okay.
So that's the facility activity too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Real recognition.
The redo recognition, that's clothing as well. Life Assist is where we order our medical supplies through, the primary source of our medical supplies.
I move that we accept the warrants for $57,363.20 and the payroll for $20,383.34.
Pat, have you have any questions?
No,
Okay. All in favor of it?
yes.
Okay, so moved.
Who seconded it?
Um,
Okay, thank you.
Budget update, Patty?
Yes, the budget update, as of November 30th, 2017, there is 14.44% left of the budget for this year, and that is in comparison to 2016 was 18.4%.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Anything else, Commissioners? Any more questions for Patty? No? How about you, Pat?
No.
No? Okay. Thanks, Patty. Thank you for being helpful. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anything to say, Chief?
Patty, are you planning on being at the January or February meeting?
I will be up next at the February meeting.
Okay, and that's when all the year-end reports will be complete?
Yes, the county, Whatcom County closes out, they have, I believe, until January 20th. So I will have a tentative year-end financial report to present next month in January, but I will have official year-end numbers for sure when I'm out there in February. And it may not change at all, but the year will be completely closed by then.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to make a comment that I forgot about until I was listening to her. On the year-end report, or for the last 11 months, we brought in $27,000 in addition to what we had expected. Is that what?
Did you hear her, Patty?
Yes. The addition of
So there were several things on the report, the income statement, and is it correct that we brought in $27,000 that had not been budgeted for?
Yeah, as a follow-up, when we had spoken last month, I think one of the questions ended up when we were going over the budget, what was the current EMS transport fees that we had received year to date that really aren't in the the revenue part of the budget is, it's been $20,399.86 additional, because that's a revenue that is not budgeted for. And let me see. And then also miscellaneous revenue, which part of that was the FUTA reimbursement through the IRS. That was an additional $12,000. So there's a few different items.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else, Chief?
I don't have anything else.
Okay, thanks, Patty. We go.
Thank you.
Yes, happy holidays, and I will see you in February, and talk to you next month.
Okay, thanks, bye-bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Correspondence.
I don't have any correspondence to bring to the table this month.
Although I believe you received an email from the Parks Department thanking the department for hanging the Christmas lights on the community
That
center?
was this month,
Okay,
so I would say that in January.
okay, just wanted to make sure it was not.
Yes, so I received that email just a little while ago from Bennett.
Bennett, yeah.
And so I'll bring that up this month, so
Not next
I'll bring it
month.
up next month. But for the month of November, I don't have anything to bring to the table at this point.
Okay.
But in December, every year we help put up the Christmas lights at the community center. The firefighters go over there.
It looks
and,
beautiful. Thank
We
you.
decorate the lights up and
Very pretty.
weatherize them so they don't electrocute on top of people, those types of things. So, and we also help put up the Christmas tree at the corner of Golf and Tyke. So we help Dee from the Chamber of Commerce. She got a 12-foot tree, I believe, and we went over there, helped her stake it out, put it up, put the lights on it, and everything like that. So hopefully we'll have a community lighting like we did last year, and hopefully it won't be raining. Because last year it was raining, all the tents were set up, and we might have to use some of our tents if that's the case. But it's a wonderful thing. We definitely will do what we can in the community to support the holiday seasons and others.
Okay. Thanks, Linda, for bringing it up. It's good that this item will be forgotten.
Actually, it was on
Next month.
For next month.
Yeah.
Next
Actually,
Okay.
But it's Christmas now, so I want to thank you now.
Come on, it's okay.
so I agree. I agree. So yes, tell them thank you very much. And, no problem when we have the opportunity to do it.
Much better together, I would say.
Yeah.
Feel better, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel better.
Well, you should. Okay, please go ahead with your report, you can keep it concise.
Insights. So Chief's report for December, for the month of November 2017. Point of information, we did candidate interviews, so new member hires, and we've initially brought on 4 new people, and 3 males and 1 female into the organization as firefighters. They are finishing up their pre-employment physicals here at the clinic, and everybody seems to be coming back just fine. They will hit the floor January 1st as firefighters and go on shift. We have a list remaining of 6 potential candidates at this point in the first group, and we have a second group that's also on the list that we may have to go into. At the recent recognition dinner, we had the firefighters who have gotten hired by Vancouver, and we have 2 firefighters that are going to Burnaby, I believe as well. I know that we have at least 2 or 3 firefighters that are going to be most likely pulled in the second group of Vancouver. So I'm looking at losing anywhere from 6 to 10 firefighters by the first of the year. So we have to replace those. So this first intake of 4 is helping us buffer some of that loss as well. BLS instructor course, we offered that to internal members. That was done on the 26th this last month. And we had, I believe, 8 people go through the instructorship. So there'll be American Heart Association CPR BLS instructors for us this coming up year. We're going to be doing a class in January for the entire organization. So that's when they'll be monitored for their teaching. All the paperwork will be finished at that point and sent off to our training center, which is Life Tech Incorporated out of Mount Vernon. for American Heart Association. So they will have brand new instructors, and they'll be helping teach all the CPR classes we have throughout the year.
How many people are able to do this?
Well, right now we have 8 instructors that will be coming on board. Myself and Chief Shields have been teaching classes as well, but he had to do his instructorship, so we'll have about 10 instructors within the organization. And every second Monday of every month, we offer a free CPR course here for anyone in the community or crossing over the border internationally. So Canadians, anybody is welcome to come to our classes. They're free of charge, except if you want a card, then we charge $5 currently for that card. Okay. I put in for a Firehouse sub grant. It's like a Subway, but it's Firehouse Subs. They make Subways that are subs. And they do a grant process for emergency services. I put in for $24,000. And hopefully we'll find out the first quarter of the year. And that $24,000 was put in for bunker gear, for personal protective equipment to outfit our firefighters. And right now we're looking at having a measuring on January 11th. We may have to spend some additional funds in order to outfit the intakes that I'm going to need if they don't fit the current bunker gear that we have. Then we have to have them measured out and purchase their bunker gear for them at that point. So I'm hoping that $24,000 comes through and we'll purchase us 10 sets of bunker gear. Apparatus, I have nothing to report. A58 completed its service, and it's running well. Again, I'll remind the commissioners that it does have an oil leak in the engine, and at some point that's going to have to be looked at closer and possibly repaired to make sure that service life is where we need it to be. Member roster, I have 43 members, 24 Canadian, 10 Point Roberts, 9 County. Within that 43 members, I have 5 paramedics, 14 EMTs, 8 advanced EMTs, 3 ambassadors, and 35 firefighters. Volunteer hours, 2,276 for the month of November. Volunteer payroll, if everybody was getting paid, 14,515. Combined chief hours, I worked 169.5, Assistant Chief Shields 164 for combined hours of 333.5. We experienced 24 calls last month in the month of November. 15 of those were medical calls. We had 3 transports out of this organization to St. Joseph's Hospital. We had 10 refusals or no transports. We had 1 transport to North Whatcom Fire Rescue and 1 transport to Ferndale Fire Department Medic 45. Public service requests, we had 1, and it was actually a wrong address that we were dispatched to. AG Assist, we had none. Fire classification in the month of November, we had 8. We had 1 permitted outdoor burn. It was amazing. We didn't have any illegal burns last year, which I was very proud of the community, that everybody was within the burning regulations and permitted. So thank you very much for all of those. And we had 1 false alarm. We had a power line down incident. We had 3 hazardous material issues, which ended up being for the same incident. We had a huge cylinder wash up on the beach down on the northeast corner, near Clare Lane. And it was a huge cylinder that rolled up on the beach that somebody thought could have been a live ordnance of some sort that possibly dropped off of a boat and could explode. So we received phone calls on that, and we had to go down and investigate it and see if we could figure out what it was. We turned that information over to law enforcement, and we also have the permission to call Coast Guard to come out and look at it as well if we think it's one of their optics. So nothing came of it. As far as no, I don't believe it was towed away. I don't know if it's still there.
I don't know.
We haven't gone back to take a look at it. We haven't gotten any more reports on it, so just take a look at that. We've had ordinances come up on our shores, at least flares. They're Coast Guard flares, which are very, very big, and they look like a shell casing for something, but they're usually harmful. Harmless, sorry. Let me correct that. They're usually harmless, and we will turn those over to the Coast Guard for their usage at that point.
Were they used?
No, we've done attack ones before that have not been fired off. So those can, once they get waterlogged and stuff, they can be more dangerous, but we've never had an incident with one.
They fall overboard once in a while if you're not careful. No, really, that's good.
I know.
Like a week ago.
Yeah, we had a downed tree that we helped remove from the road, and then we actually had a plane emergency. So we got toned out for a plane that was coming into Point Roberts Airport that was possibly going to have some issues. That turned out to be, everything ended up being fine because we didn't receive a second call on that or a request from the airport.
What was the issue?
We don't know what the issue was. I don't believe it came across our computers either. Sometimes we'll get that information, whether it was a flap issue or whether it was an engine issue, we don't know. But everything ended up being okay out of that incident. That completes my report for December for the month of November 2017.
Thank you. Unfinished business.
I'm sorry?
Unfinished business. Do you have any you want to talk about? No? Remember last time, or whatever we forgot? No? New business, anything?
I'd like to bring up the commissioner meeting dates of next year. And I have some conflicts with the meetings. February, Chief Shields will be taking over. Hopefully he'll be able to take over all of these meetings because of the conflicts that I have. 3 of them is because I'll be traveling during those meetings. The one that I want to talk about specifically is November, and when we normally do our budgeting, and that's usually a big meeting as well. So November 8th, I believe, is the second Wednesday of that month. I'm just sorry, I'm just going to double check. It's actually November 7th.
For the second?
14th.
Oh,
Sorry. So it's November 14th is the second Wednesday, and since I cannot be there, and that's our budget meeting that we approve from the budget workshop that we will have in October. I would like to, at this meeting, see if you would be agreeable to moving that to the first Wednesday, November 7th, so I can make sure I can meet that
Fine with me.
and come to that meeting.
Yeah, that's fine, but do us a favor and let us know about a month or so before that.
Sure. And I publish all the meetings online. So come January, I'll send all the meeting notices to Linda, to Point Interface, also to All Point Bulletin, so they get all the meetings that are regularly scheduled for the entire year. Special meetings come and go throughout the year, so those are in addition to. But I wanted to ask about November 2nd.
Yeah, we have no problem with that.
18.
As long as you make sure it goes to the old ones,
Yes, I will.
want a copy too?
Come on now. For the purposes of October, we normally have that on Wednesday as well. I have conflicts basically every Wednesday in October. And so to have the budget workshop that we have on a yearly basis, the date that I would have available would be the 23rd, the day prior to the meeting, or the regular scheduled meeting in October, or the 25th. So the regular scheduled meeting is on the 10th, but we normally have it later in October. There's the budget meeting, and I just wanted to see if you guys wanted to try to figure that out now, or if you want to wait until August, September to get that date on the calendar.
So you either want the 17th or the 24th, is that what you're saying?
No, I can't make either, I can't make any.
Oh, any of the Wednesdays.
So
Okay.
Chief Shields will be in charge of that meeting. But our budget workshop is a special meeting
Right.
to go over the budget for the following year and to discuss, and then we approve it at the November meeting. So November 7th, we would approve or change anything that we worked through on that budget workshop. We normally have a budget workshop the last part of October, so the dates would be the 23rd or the 25th, so that Tuesday or Wednesday. If you want to have it the 16th or 18th, we can have it that as well.
I can I kind of like to think that's what I may have a funeral that day, who knows?
True. So what I don't want to have
But
happen
it's-
is, it's imperative that you guys
I understand, but it is treated as a special meeting, right?
It is.
Okay, so we don't have to make that decision now.
No,
Okay,
But-
let's leave it alone then.
yeah. I just don't, please keep your vacation schedules open for the end of October because that's when we'll be having our budget workshop.
All right.
Okay. So the November 7th, that's on record, that will move the regular scheduled meeting in November to November 7th.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so, okay, that was new business, right? Can I have, nothing else new business? Okay, can I have a motion for adjournment then?
I'll second that.
Yes,
All good, all in favor? Yeah.
yes, we're
Thanks, Andrew, for arriving,
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for